Yo, what's good, YouTube? ZAMCRO here, aka Scoop, back with the International Draft Masters, and we have our Season 4 draft recap. And I'm going to go over the rosters as you can see on screen. Not individual rosters, just the league roster overall, as we have added 5 new coaches to our league roster. That being said, first off, a returnee, Aki and his Portland Crowbats, defending champion. So, everybody else is coming after him in his title. He has three-peated in the league. He's won season 1, 2, and 3, and now it's time to knock him off. Somebody's got to knock him off this season, I'm telling you. So, next up we have the New Orleans Saints, the Fluminense Flyguns, Miami Heatwave, the Toronto Star Raptor, all returning. And you see the Arizona Dactyls logo there. So that's a new coach, coached by Volume. He's going to be joining us this season. And then we have down below my logo. So obviously I'm going to be coaching. This is my league. And then we have the Twickenham Pessimian, coached by Checkmate. It's going to be a new coach, as well as Eoin, coach of the Lannister Ladius. Correct me if I'm saying that wrong. Same thing for your name. If I say your name wrong, please correct me. Team name as well. Next up we have the Grand One, or Gran, coach of his SLC Star Raptors. He's going to be a new coach joining us here. I know nothing of him, but looking forward to seeing his battles and learning about him. Next up is K. Kirby, a returning coach as well. And then our last new coach is going to be Evan, coach of his Brighton Bewares. So 5 new coaches in the Arizona Dactyls, coached by Volume. Twickenham Pessimian, coached by Checkmate. Lannister Ladius, coached by Eoin. And the SLC Star Raptors, coached by the Grand One, or Grand. And then the Brighton Bewares, coached by Evan. So it looks to be a pretty fun squad. 12 coaches once again. I think 12 is the best number for draft leagues. And pretty much the same rules as last season. The only difference is this season we are allowing Mega Metagross for our three-peating champion. It's kind of insane, but yeah, we've cut off the rewards for winning the title outside of draft picks. So yeah, that's gonna be it. I'm gonna go ahead and hop into my team. As you saw on the thumbnail of this video, we have Mega Mawwall, Reuniclus, and Volcanion. So who else do we have? Let's go ahead and jump into that and see what I've got. Okay, so as you guys can see on screen, we have the Mega Mawwall paired up with the Garchomp, which is one of our Z-Move users, as well as Zapdos, Reuniclus, Crobat, Serena, Volcanion, Cofagrigus, Mamoswine, and Hitmonlee. Hitmonlee being our second Z-Move user. So pretty fun squad. Looks to be... I'm going to go ahead and say it that I have maybe 4 Mons on this squad that I'm very comfortable with, and the rest are either new to me completely, or I'm just very uncomfortable using them. Nonetheless, though, I wanted to try something different. So with my first pick, I had quite a few options, and I decided to go with the Mega Mawwall. I've never used it before, but it's always been such a threat versus me and things like that. So I just thought, hey, I'm going to draft it this time. I'm going to see how good I can use it, offensively, defensively, as a stealth rocker, as a breaker, as a sweeper, and things like that. So I decided to grab this bad boy, or bad girl. It's going to be a menace, or hopefully it's a menace. And it's a fairy steel type. You guys know that. It's got the ability huge power, multiplies its attack stat by 2, so it puts out insane damage. It's not very fast, but if you look at my squad, things like Serena, Volcanion, Cofagrigus, Mamoswine, Hitmonlee, and Reuniclus aren't very fast anyway. Hitmonlee and Mamoswine being the fastest out of the ones I just mentioned, and don't even break base 100, I'm pretty sure. So, that being said, I do have 2 of the best, in my opinion, Trick Room setters in the format, being Reuniclus and Cofagrigus. So, if I feel the need that my opponent has a speed advantage, or is working the speed tiers on me or something like that, I do have the option to work around that with Trick Room. I have really nice Scarf options in Garchomp, potentially even Zapdos and Crobat. Definitely in Scarf Garchomp, though. Potentially Well, really good Scarf Garchomp, Scarf Mamo, Scarf Hitmonlee, things like that. But then again, Serena and Volcanion can also be pretty decent Scarfers, as well as Zapdos with Volt Switch and Crobat with U-Turn and things like that. And Scarf Crobat could potentially outpace most things in the game, which is pretty cool. So Mawile actually gives us a Stealth Rocker too, so that's pretty cool. Garchomp gives us another Stealth Rocker, and it's a Dragon Ground type. You guys probably know that. A phenomenal Z-move user, one of the top 5, if not best, Z-move user in the game. Depending on what's allowed, things like Magearna would be busted if it's a Zmon. So yeah, it's pretty interesting that Garchomp's that good, and like I mentioned, gives a Stealth Rock, can be run defensively, offensively, mixed sets and things like that. It's got really 2 cool abilities and a really good move pool. Very strong mon, and has a decent speed tier setting, just faster than the base 100 and 102s and things like that. So that's really cool. Next up, Zapdos, phenomenal mon. Very comfortable using it. I'm saying a lot. So it gives me defog options, gives me static and pressure options, and 2 amazing abilities. Has an amazing defensive typing, has insane special attack stat. If you guys did not know, sets at base 125. It just puts out damage, and it has really solid defenses. So really solid mon overall, and hopefully it can put in the work for us. Next up, we've got Reuniclus. Like I mentioned, being a phenomenal Trick Room user, has 2 amazing abilities as well, Regenerator and Magic Guard. It's going to be very phenomenal. It gets Recover, gets great coverage, and gets Calm Mind, Acid Armor. Lots of cool things Reuniclus can do. Crobat is the similar way. It's got a lot of utility, a lot of different setup options, and can be used in a lot of different ways. Gets Roost for longevity, another defog user, so that's really nice for me. A really nice Fairy Resist for Garchomp, which is really nice. Gives me another ground immunity as well to help out Zapdos and Serena on switching in on ground type moves. So speaking of Serena, that's going to be another mon we have. Getting rocks up is important for us, and defogging them away is not always the best option. So having a nice rapid spinner that also switches in on most Stealth Rockers, ground types, rock types, things like that, pretty comfortably, and being able to threaten them out, click U-turn, and get switch initiative and things like that is really nice. And rapid spinning rocks away is always nice, especially for my next mon and Zapdos, or both my flying types really, but specifically Volcanion doesn't appreciate Stealth Rocks, and is a very, very nice breaker. It's not that fast, but it has really good stats, and special hits like a nuke. Has Steam Eruption, Fire Blast, Flamethrower, things like that. Gets Solar Beam and Hidden Power of Choice. Gets Sludge Bomb, things like that. So it could be a really cool mon. I've never used it before, and looking forward to trying it out. Very, very much so. Next up, Cofagrigus, another Trick Room mon. Gives us another Trick Room element to the team. Not always relying on Reuniclus if I want to twist the dimensions and things like that. Also gets Calm Mind and Nasty Plot, so it could be a nice setup mon. And gets pretty good, well, I wouldn't say it gets pretty good coverage, but it gets what it needs. Shadow Ball being pretty much unresisted outside of dark types, and immune to normal types, which, Hidden Power Fighting could do if you're a Calm Mind or Nasty Plot variant, and things like that. It gets Haze, which is pretty cool, Will-O-Wisp, and Toxic Spikes, so that's really cool. Next up being Mamoswine, another physical menace, alongside of the Mega Mawile and the Garchomp. And not only does, this gives me ground spam in Garchomp and Mamoswine, which is one of the best offensive typings in the game in my opinion, but it also takes one of the Ice Shard users off of the board. And if you look at my squad, I don't switch into Ice very well outside of Volcanion and potentially Mega Mawile. So having Mamoswine here with Thick Fat allows me to not have to switch into Mamoswine myself, and gives me a pretty good switch in to other Ice types, and I can try to take them on like that. Mamoswine also gives me another Stealth Rock. It gives me Ice Shard Priority, which is very powerful from Mamoswine, base like 135 attack or something, and it just hits insanely hard. It helps me with my speed problem. As you can see on screen, Crobat. Outside of Crobat, my team is not very fast. My next fastest Pokemon being Garchomp, which maxes out at 333. Not that fast. Anyways, Hitmonlee is our last Pokemon for the draft. We only have 10 Mons here. We spend our points accordingly, though. I feel I'm happy with the squad. I'm just uncomfortable with it. It's not like I hate using these Pokemon. No, I'm just uncomfortable with them. Hopefully, throughout the season, though, I get better with them, so on and so forth. Hitmonlee being my last Pokemon, though, it has the Unburden ability. It also has the Reckless ability. So Unburden boosts your speed by 2 after your item is gone or used, which is pretty cool. Can make use out of some pretty neat and heat sets. Also gets Reckless, so that High Jump Kick just nukes things, which is really cool. And then it gets Limber, so that you can't be paralyzed, which could actually come in handy versus some certain threats. So Choice Scarf sets, Life Orb sets, Choice Band sets, some kind of berry sets, and things like that. Even Sash sets and things like that for the Unburden. Hitmonlee can do so much different things. So many different things. So I'm looking forward to using it. I won't talk too much about all of my mons into detail and things like that. I'll leave it like it is. And yeah, definitely looking forward to playing this season. We've got some Trick Room Essence. Hopefully we can get some Trick Room games going, and hopefully Garchomp, being one of our top 5 favorite Pokemon of all time, can put in some work this season. And I would like to see some promise out of Mega Mawile. I know it has promise, but can I use it and get the promise out of it? That's the question. But yeah, that's going to be it. So let me know what you guys think about the draft. Let me know what you guys think about the new coaches as well. If you guys know them, if you guys don't know them and want to get to know them, I can definitely link their YouTube channels if they have one. I know a few of them do. I'm not sure if they're going to be uploading iDM content. Aki may, as he is the 3-time defending champion and has uploaded all 3 of his seasons, I believe, so he could be uploading. But yeah, that's going to be it. So let me know what you guys think. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, all the good stuff. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.